Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay back here with another lit reaction video. Today, I got Spongebob Conspiracy Television Theory. Let's get it.
The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not what you think it is. There is a secret group of puppet masters who are always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies that keep an eye on the characters and make sure everything goes to plan. This is a conspiracy that will fundamentally change the way you look at the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and I believe it's all
What?
actually intended by the creators, and I'm gonna prove it. This is the television theory. You guys had a great reaction to my Squilliam Fancyson theory, and I had a lot of fun making it.
Squilliam, you lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that!
But trust me when I say that what I've discovered this time is much, much bigger. To start this theory, we have to go back to the very beginning of the very first episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating. So wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life. Home of one of my favorite creatures, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, of course he lives in a pineapple, you silly.
So let me ask you a question. Who's speaking in this clip? Well, obviously that's just the narrator. We hear his voice many times throughout the show.
Ah, Goo Lagoon. A stinky mud puddle for you and me. Ah, the Krusty Krab. Through these doors pass all the many kinds of undersea life. Pop's boating school, where diligent students learn the rules of the road.
But who exactly is the narrator? Well, he's just the narrator, right? We're not supposed to think about who he is or why we're hearing him. Lots of shows have narrator framing devices we're not supposed to think about.
Caillou was amazed that Mommy had made a rainbow, just like in the picture.
But there's something different about this narrator. He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water. But below, a complex world full of color, life, and wonder.
That is completely true. Now that I think about it, when I was hearing it, I was like, kind of sound like some type of nature documentary. Look at the way it comes in. I never realized it like that though. Watching the show.
See, so fascinating, so wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life.
What if I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice? He's an actual character in this universe.
Here we are again at the Bikini Bottom boating school. Today is once again the day of SpongeBob's boating school exam. But more importantly, this is the last test for the year. And if SpongeBob does not pass this one, it means another whole year of boarding school!
SpongeBob literally crashes into the fourth wall, and we actually get to see the narrator and the camera he's...
So it's true. Interesting. Looks like he's covering some valid points this video. My list dry as crap, bro.
Filming with. The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not just a cartoon. Everything we see is a part of a nature documentary television show being filmed by scuba divers. And if you're still not convinced, I searched really hard and found an old SpongeBob DVD bonus feature that basically confirms everything.
Since before time even existed, land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt...
It would kind of make sense, though, to be honest. Like, with the narration and, like this, like, I've watched shows with narrators, but it's usually different. Like, they usually narrate it kind of different. Like, they were doing it was, like, more like a narration. So, yeah.
compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds scattered about this strange land, the scientists chose 6 Bikini Bottom residents at random to study. As the scientists marveled at the advanced knowledge and superior intellect of these 6 creatures,
I went to college!
they rolled their cameras and took notes. And now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smarty pantsuses have to teach us. Life lessons from Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how it can get any more clear than that. Now, if you rewatch the show with this new information and...
Wait a minute. First off, smarty pantsuses? Is that even a word? I've never heard anybody say that.
And some things start to take on a whole new meaning. Throughout the series, there's this weird, unexplained running gag of a human hand interfering with the characters. It's even in the beginning of every episode in the intro for the show. Maybe the filmmakers are doing a bit more than just studying these characters. The hand seems to mostly interfere just to maintain the health and safety of the characters, like treating Spongebob for the suds.
Well, Mr. Squarepants, it seems you have the suds. Are you ready for your treatment? Oh, Hans!
It makes sense that the filmmakers wouldn't want to risk the safety of their main character. After all, there's no show...
Wait a minute, but if that's the case, when they went to the surface world, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
without Spongebob, but that's not the only reason why they interfere. Season 3, Episode 16, I Had an Accident, is infamous for having one of the most absurd, confusing endings in the entire show. It ends with a real gorilla suddenly coming out of a Patrick costume and attacking the characters.
A real gorilla? Huh?
Oh yeah, I remember that episode, bro.
And then as soon as SpongeBob begins to question the logic of the scene, this happens.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Well, it's funny you should... see that... George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
SpongeBob is a weird show, but this has always stuck out as being just a little too weird. But knowing what we know now, I think I can explain what's going on here. This isn't a real gorilla. Every other land animal we've seen underwater wears a helmet and is drawn in a cartoony style. The gorilla is shown in a live-action style, and the only time we ever see live-action characters is when they're human. So I believe both the gorilla and the horse he rides away on are humans wearing costumes. The filmmaker...
Duh, that was just common sense.
set this whole thing up just to make the episode more entertaining. It's starting to seem like this isn't strictly a nature documentary anymore. It's more of a reality TV show made for entertainment. Who knows what other absurd elements of the show are actually put there by the filmmakers to make the show more entertaining and profitable. Although, based on the people's reaction, it doesn't always seem to pay off. But how far will the filmmakers go to make the show more profitable?
Saturday morning in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is watching his favorite Saturday morning show, The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, enjoying a bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist biters.
If we think of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen to how the narrator specifically says the full names of the products.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist biters.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain
Yeah, it sounds like some type of promotion for a product.
Nicaragua. No artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Maybe the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy TV show is actually from the surface world. They are human after all. It makes sense that the filmmakers would choose to highlight these popular superhero characters. The more they show, the more they're gonna sell Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise. Hang on a second, why are Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy the same size as all the fish in Bikini Bottom, even though humans are always shown as massive compared to fish? Whatever, I'll come back to that one later. The show doesn't even...
Yeah, I don't get that because they were normal humans and they just chose to live in the sea and then it became small. Like, it's still not making sense.
Just hide product placements. In the episode Model Sponge, they literally trick SpongeBob into making a commercial for a human product.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Director.
Very well.
Lose the pants!
Hans, there's my star!
What's happening? What's happening?
In this scene, you'll be cleaning bathroom fixtures.
Okay. So where's my cleaning utensil?
Don't you get it? You are the cleaning utensil.
High speed!
Oh no, your bathroom is a disaster. Get it cleaned up fast with the new sponge. Household chores are a snap with new sponge. It cleans sinks. Just look at that shine.
This is just like in real life how SpongeBob is such a popular character that he's used to sell tons and tons of products. So far I've shown you that the show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a documentary television show, but the creators continually interfere to push their own agendas and make more money. But that brings us to an important question. Do the characters know they're in a television show? Let's go back to that clip where SpongeBob hits the cameraman.
It means another whole year of boarding school!
What happened?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian, which sounds more like she thinks he's just some random Bikini Bottom citizen. The different types of marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and weird looking that it's not too hard to believe that the characters just think these filmmakers are another weird type of fish. And back to the gorilla episode, the gorilla and the horse immediately get nervous and run away when SpongeBob questions what's going on.
Well, it's funny you should... see the... George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
Almost like the creators don't want the characters to be aware their lives are being interfered with. Now, there isn't a ton of footage.
Well, of course not, because they would try to stop them. But it's just like... It's just a cartoon, bro. Like, it's not that deep, bro. Well, like, and maybe inside the cartoon, like, that type of narrative, maybe, I guess. I haven't really been saying too much in this reaction, bro, but, let me think. Honestly, with that, it'll probably be like that, how that, like, that Teen Titans Go episode, when they, were about to get erased, they went to the writers, and the writers were inside the cartoon, that type of thing, and they don't want that to happen, pretty much, I guess.
The characters interacting with the filmmakers, but I dug really, really deep and found the smoking gun that answers all of our questions. This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote the SpongeBob movie.
This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote
What kind of jellyfish is that?
It's not a jellyfish, Patrick. It's a spaceship.
What kind of jellyfish is that?
Hey guys, it's Carlos from the Zone. I was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Questions? Run for your lives!
No, Pat, don't you see? It wants to learn about our world. And it's chosen us.
What they? We've been chosen.
A submarine comes down to SpongeBob and Patrick to ask questions to promote the new movie. SpongeBob and Patrick are clearly confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Movie? What's that?
I know.
What's that?
They're completely clueless about the whole situation. Did SpongeBob go to college, bro?
So I think it's pretty clear at this point that the characters are unaware their lives are being filmed and interfered with. But there are some characters that have to have some level of awareness. For example, the Dr. Fish that told the human hand to treat SpongeBob, and the Director Fish that directed the commercial for the human world. What makes these characters so special? First off, the Director Fish isn't actually from Bikini Bottom. Before he directed this commercial, we saw him as a citizen of New Kelp City in the episode Whatever Happened to SpongeBob. Out of all the characters they could have used, they specifically chose a character from out of town. almost like
happened
the
to
filmmakers
SpongeBob.
didn't want to
Out of
use
all the
anyone in
characters that
Bikini
could've
Bottom
used,
so they wouldn't risk everyone finding out about the television show. Then there's the Dr. Fish. We don't know where he originally came from, but he's an extremely suspicious character. Usually he's purple, but sometimes he's orange, sometimes he's purple with orange hands, sometimes he's a pirate, and he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar from the Jellyfish Convention.
And now it only hurts when you touch
And he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar.
Why does he have so many different disguises and identities? What is he hiding? I believe hidden throughout Bikini Bottom are spies like this, who are aware they're in a television show and keep tabs on the main characters and make sure everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could
literally be anyone. The mailman, the
literally be anyone. But what if I told you that the biggest spy of all isn't some random side character? It's one of the main characters of the show. Someone who's been there from the very beginning. Someone who's not even from Bikini Bottom. Someone who's not even from the ocean. That's right.
Not even from Bikini
Sandy
Bottom. Someone
Cheeks.
who's not even from the ocean. That's
Sandy
right.
Cheeks is the thrill.
Sandy
Yo,
Cheeks.
that just gave me chills, no cap, bro. What?
Sandy Cheeks is the thrill.
Seeking scientific squirrel from Texas who lives underwater in her tree dome. But why did she come to Bikini Bottom? In the episode Chimps Ahoy, we find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily have made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only reason she's here is to make random inventions. I think this whole episode is an elaborate ruse to throw off the other characters from the real reason Sandy is in Bikini Bottom, to spy on the main characters and make sure the show stays on track. Many of the times the characters are in danger, Sandy conveniently steps in to save the day, and many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated move to carry out the hidden agenda of the filmmakers. Her entire friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel. There's no way she's behind this. You're not convinced yet? That's okay, because what I'm about to show you is so mind-blowing, so insanely revealing, that it's actually the whole reason I decided to make this video. Get ready for the big one. Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, is the episode that unlocks this entire mystery. During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess who she calls.
Completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. Take a guess who she calls.
Hello, French narrator speaking.
Hey, Frenchie! It's me, Sandy!
Ah, Sandy Cheeks. How is it hanging?
Oh, not hanging too good, Frenchie. You see, there's this...
Don't say
How is
That
it?
explains it all right there. There's nothing else for him to say.
Don't
Like,
say
it
it.
explains it all right there, bro. Like, she's a spy.
Another world. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah. Holy shit! Sandy literally calls the narrator to let him know what's going on and asks for instructions on what to do next. She has been working with him the entire fucking time! He even has a picture of her on his desk!
She has been working with them the entire fucking time!
This is where I originally planned on ending the
I never saw this episode. That's crazy, bro. Like, what the heck?
This is where I
video,
originally planned on
but there is
ending
still one small issue with the television theory. Just one nagging plot hole that contradicts everything. If this is all a television show filmed by scuba divers, then how are we seeing inside the buildings? It's not like any of the humans filming the show could fit inside them. It's the one annoying thing that keeps this theory from being complete. I mean, the most logical explanation is that they have hidden cameras inside of everyone's homes, but we never really see anything like that. Holy shit. Season 6, Episode 24, Truth or Square. The SpongeBob 10th Anniversary Special where they reveal lots of stuff about the characters. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from when the characters get lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
Lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
Oh, my house is on TV!
All of our houses are on TV.
My house is on TV! Gary the snail, you get down from that bed this instant!
Hey, there's my house.
carry the snail. You get down from that Look, it's Sandy!
And who is the character responsible for all of these hidden cameras?
Mr. Krabs, why do you have
Who is the
cameras
character
watching us?
responsible for all of these hidden cameras?
I just want to make sure you all floss after every meal.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Dental hygiene is very, very important.
Dental hygiene? Eugene, you lying bastard. Of course he would sell out his friends for a quick buck.
Dental hygiene?
Yep, he
Eugene, you
sold
lying
everybody out for
bastard.
millions
Of
of
course he would
dollars.
sell out his friends for a quick buck.
And if there's any part of you that thinks there's some chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some other reason,
And
then
if
take
there's
a
any
look
part of you
at
that
what
thinks there's
happens
some
next.
chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some other reason,
us,
then
Patrick.
take a look
But
at
who
what
are they?
happens next.
Alright, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. A cameraman and a boom operator have been following around the characters this entire time. And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen, they make a run for it. The case is closed.
And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen,
The television theory is something the show has consistently alluded to from the very first episode to the newest episodes. Maybe one day the show will actually directly address it and our characters will discover the real truth about their world. But regardless, that's my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Hey, whoa, hang on a second.
Let me know what you think in the
You
comments.
thought I
Make sure
forgot
to
about the
subscribe if you wanna
Mermaid
see
Man and
more. See you
Barnacle
next
Boy
time.
thing,
Hey,
didn't
whoa,
you?
whoa,
I
whoa,
was
whoa,
about
whoa,
to
hang on a
say,
second.
bro. I was
You
like,
thought I
was just
forgot
thinking
about the
it was
Mermaid
just
Man and
back in my
Barnacle
head. I
Boy
was
thing,
like, bro,
didn't you?
didn't he say something about Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, bro?
Alright, here's a quick bonus theory. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were two superheroes that fought crime underwater and protected the sea from evil. Whether or not they actually did this or was all staged for television isn't clear, but they both spent their lives underwater until they became old and retired. But after spending so much time under the sea, they no longer fit in with human society. Plus, Mermaid Man is clearly dealing with some form of dementia and PTSD from fighting evil.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot. But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in Bikini Bottom. And in order to fit in better with their fellow sea creatures, they made the permanent decision to shrink themselves using Mermaid Man's shrinking belts. The case is closed. Again.
Using Mermaid Man's shrinking belt. The case is closed.
Shout out Alex.
Again.
Video, bro. This video was pretty interesting, bro. I'm not even gonna cap. Very, very, very interesting. Like, very interesting. Not even gonna cap. My eyes are a little bit open, bro. It's kind of reminding me, like I said, of that Teen Titans Go thing with the fourth wall, with the writers and all this stuff, bro. Yeah, it's like a similar type thing, like the way it was going. It was very similar, even though I don't like Teen Titans Go, but I did watch that episode because it sounded pretty interesting. So I checked it out. But yeah, man, that's all for this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're out of here.